A really quick review about square roots. The square root of negative 3, if simplified, would always start with a plus minus. We need to pull that negative out and put it in front of the radical as an I. And the square root of 3 does not simplify, so it would remain under the radical. Plus minus I times the square root of 3. To solve equations using square roots and complex numbers, we follow the order of operations just as we did before. We would first undo the plus 11 with a minus 11 to find that x squared equals 3 minus 11, which is negative 8. To undo the exponent 2, we would use a square root sign. Remember that anytime you put down a square root sign, you use a plus minus. To simplify plus minus square root of negative 8 even further, you know to pull the minus out and turn it into an I. And the square root of 8, if you simplify it on your calculator, will turn into 2 square roots of 2. The final answer would be x equals plus or minus 2i square roots of 2. When we write complex numbers, the number comes first, followed by the I, and then the radical and anything that goes under the radical. Our final solution for this one, x equals plus or minus 2i square roots of 2. At this point, you should pause the video and try the equation to the right. Unpause it when you're finished and see if you did it correctly. To solve this equation, we would first undo a minus 8 with a plus 8 and find that x squared equals negative 36 plus 8, which is negative 28. To undo x squared, we square root both sides and find that x equals plus or minus the square root of negative 28. From here we need to simplify. X equals plus or minus. We know that the square root of 28 will simplify. You can check it on your calculator. It will simplify to 2 square roots of 7. And you know that there's going to be an I on the outside. So our final answer would be x equals plus or minus 2i times the square root of 7.